Hey guys, this is Remy,
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
and today we are with Michael Denis. Michael Denis is a personal trainer in Monica in California. How's it going, Michael?
Very good. How you guys doing?
We're
Good, thank
great.
you.
Thanks for coming on today. We're excited to talk about all that's happening with Trio.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Awesome.
So we're just going to ask you a few questions, so that you can share your experience with the audience here.
Yeah.
Could you please share with us the struggle you found yourself in before starting the program?
I think like the biggest struggle was always like lead generation.
Yeah.
Always been very successful. Just have like business word to mouth. I've built my own one-on-one business over the years. And always did a good job to have like almost 100% retention. Never had needed to get new clients. But in late 2017, I opened my own facility in Santa Monica, and not too big, only one-on-one. And like now when you have like an overhead, you have physical location. It's you want to do a little bit something bigger. So I wanted to grow the business. So I started hiring like trainers, and then just from the word to mouth, having like referral, trying to grow, trying to find leads. But it was like a struggle, and it was definitely like a struggle, and wasn't able to get the rate that I was looking for.
Yeah. So we invited you into our program because we believe that you are able to deliver, right? You're able to fulfill, over deliver even, right? But it's true that sometimes we do need marketing to magnify this truth, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like when marketing, I think that was, especially when you're like a one-man shop, you hear a lot of like different things. You're trying to get information about marketing, about different aspects of your business, and you do research, and then people tell you, you hear a lot of the noise, and sometimes you don't believe everything, and you kind of like, I don't need to do what big businesses are doing, or I don't need to do that because it's just such a small business. But like in marketing, that was a part of it, and where I didn't think that it was that important. And I realized that when you want to go fast, when you want to grow to a certain speed, it's everything. And now, yeah.
So what made you decide then to go with Max Out Your Gym versus some other programs?
That's a good question. I think that was the first interview, the first call with Remy that really made the difference. I did a couple phone call before, kind of like interview other like companies before, and they were, you guys promise all like the same thing. You hear like the same speech over and over, and I just thought that it was just more authentic. I just felt more comfortable. It was not, he didn't sound like a used car salesman, like
We are not here to close gym owners into our program.
Mhm.
We're just here to see if we are the right fit.
Yeah.
And if we are the right fit, then we would invite you again. If you don't have a good gym, we won't invite you into our program, because our program is only magnifying the truth that is actually happening at the gym.
Yeah.
If you have a good gym, actually our program is going to hurt more than help, right?
What?
So we need to first, if you don't have a good gym, our program is actually to hurt more than help.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
and
also
to magnify the truth. So first, we need to make sure that what you're doing is actually good.
And you have an awesome gym. We'd actually really love to hear you talk a little bit about the unique approach that you have with Trio, because you're servicing a really unique demographic. Your offering is very cool. And I'd love to inspire some of the listeners on the things that they can do to add more value. So would you just mind sharing a little bit about your background and how you help athletes and additionally your community?
Yeah. My background, I've been a trainer for the last since 2011, and I started at Equinox. And luckily, in my time there, I was exposed to great trainers, where I've like learned, where I hired trainers than even when I was like starting working there, so I could learn. And that's when I learned like functional training, functional movement, instead than only like thinking about like split routine and bodybuilding kind of like approach. And that just like opened my eyes on really what the people needed now with where the society is sitting at desk like 12 hours a day and more. People needed something that's like a different type of training, and I saw functional training being like the key. And we also kind of like a geek. I like data, I like numbers, and I like to be precise on my assessment. So I like to go dig and then do some body hacking. We do lactate testing, so we find out like we like to prescribe like the really hard training zone with heart rate based training. So you get like very efficient. You waste no time. You avoid injuries, and then the results are like crazy. And then we do like glucose testing. We do some body composition testing, and that to really in depth to find obviously like body fat, but also BMR. So we can like every month when we give the numbers to a client, he gets so much information, and we know which aspect of his training, which is aspect of his fitness life he needs to adjust. If he's on diet and then he's telling me that he's following everything but he don't get the results, well, we do a little like glucose test, and then if if his glucose levels are not right, I can see that he was not quite on point, so it keeps them accountable, and then people get amazing results.
Yeah, and the more you provide, the more value you provide, the more you can charge, right?
Exactly.
How much are you charging for your transformation program?
Excuse me?
How much are you charging for your transformation program?
So we have a couple options, because we're a personal training gym originally, right? Now we have a small group training. So we have a challenge for group training start at $449, and they have the options to win their money back for $599. And then we have also, I create like a package for PTs, people who are not ready to do our group training because they're not quite there, or they're dealing with some imbalances that provide them to do certain movements. So I create like a 6-week challenge for personal training. So there's one for 2 sessions a week for 6 weeks, and then it's $9.99, and I have another one for $13.99. And those ones are very popular.
Yeah, and the more value you provide, the more you can charge. I remember we had a one-on-one consulting call, and then we were speaking about some ideas on how to add even more value, right?
Yeah.
You can use ketone testers, right? You are already testing the glucose, but we can also check ketone productions, right? Ketone level. Ketones is the what you're going to produce if you are in a fat burning state, right? So, hey, let's check if you are actually following the nutrition program. Right?
Exactly. And actually, like with our test, when we test glucose, we test like the ketone at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But we could also add, I don't know, cryotherapy to our program. We could add microgut to make sure that they are actually digesting properly. The more we add, the more we can charge. We actually have one of our clients is an online PT. He doesn't even have a gym. He's only coaching online, and he's charging $8,000 for a 12-week program. But because he's working on sleep hacking, nutrition, workouts, hormone optimizations, meditation, is doing like the full package, like the complete package. And because he's really able to provide a complete transformation, that's why he's able to charge $8,000. But you're doing great for charging at $1.5K.
And I think that was something that was really awesome when we started working together, was your you were dreaming big, right? You said, hey, I know the value that I offer already, and I know we can increase that value by adding more services that I'm passionate about. So now to see you doing it, to charge the 1K price, the 1.4K price, and to have people be mostly interested in those high ticket programs, it's so exciting for us to see you fulfilling these dreams, you know, and to putting them into place and to just exponentially growing.
Yeah.
Because going to LA Fitness and spending $60 a month for a membership there for no result is actually a waste of money.
Yeah.
If you provide a transformation in 6 weeks, okay, it's one, but at least you get the transformation. Well, you have an ROI here.
Yeah, absolutely. And if some people, it's not everybody who needs a body transformation. It's not everybody that needs to lose weight. Some people are lucky to already be in great shape, but can still use our program as a Kickstarter.
Exactly. Exactly.
Did that so everyone can have the chance to get ready in 6 weeks for it. So
that's awesome. So you've increased your value, you've increased your prices based on the new packages that you are offering now. And so can you tell us a little bit about the results you've had this month in your marketing?
Yeah, so we launched like our first ad campaign on Facebook on January 4th. And I've generated like so far in a month, maybe like around 30 leads. And we have like a pretty good, you know, maybe like a 60%, about like a 50% scheduling rate. So we're doing like a decent job getting people to book and to show up. And we sold about like increased my bottom line by almost a little bit over like 10,000 this month. So we've like January of 2019 was my best month ever.
Awesome. Your first month with Max Out is your best month yet.
And I hired a third full-time trainer. So this month we would like to fulfill, and it's allowed me to step down from training and focusing on the business growth only.
And did you spend $7,000 on ads, $5,000 on ads? How much?
I spent about like $1,300 on the ads total. Which I'll spend that every month if I can increase my bottom line by 10K all the time. And that's the thing, you know, like I'm lucky to be in a good position where I can invest in marketing a lot in the next few months to really try to generate as much lead as possible. But you don't need to put, you know, if you're smart with your money, like the way you guys teaching it, you don't need to put a lot to start, and then reusing your profit that you do from like your front end cash to reinvest into your marketing. So you create that system where basically it pays itself, and you don't have to do anything. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
What would you say to people, you know, that are considering the Max Out Your Gym program and they are afraid that they would actually like go into debt with the program? What would you say to them?
Well, first I say, like, if you have any like concern, give me a call, hit me out on Facebook. That's what I did. I was really like I said, you know, there's a lot of noise out there. They heard all the things that I've heard, the same guys. So yeah, like ask other gym, other experience, like how they feel with it. And that's what I did. I think I spoke with Kylie, if I remember. And then she said, like, just from the knowledge that you gain, you know, like in the with the online program, it's worth the money. Like the structure that you get from it, even though you would not get any sale, is just like worth it. Unless like people are way more like structured than I was, but for me it was a lot of value. Like I learned, you know, just a little bit more about computer stuff and how to create, you know, like how to create like landing page and how to use ClickFunnels and how to link all that stuff. And just, you know, I'm still like at a very like novice level in terms of tech, but it allowed me to like understand all that, so I have like a better understanding, so it allowed me to be more productive. So all that is very valuable, and then when you launch and then you start seeing the leads coming in, is just brilliant. But I would say people need to be coachable. Like they need to, like, that's the thing in this industry. People have egos, like big egos. They think their system, their way is the best. I see that in trainers a lot. But it's like everything in life. If you want to succeed, you need to put your ego aside and then be okay and be humble, and then just be coachable.
So if you're arrogant and you're not coachable, do not schedule a call with us.
Pretty much, yeah.
We won't invite you. But if you are coachable, definitely chat with Michael to get his feedback, and also you can schedule a call with us.
Yeah. I love that what you said about being coachable, and also just like having the courage, to like step out there, because you said there was a lot of things you didn't know, right?
Yeah.
And there's a learning curve to the program, but if you follow through with it, it's easy. We're here to coach you, to be there for you, to make sure that you succeed.
Yeah.
So what do you, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had a question. So you were mentioning that you have a 50% scheduling rate right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is like what we would consider being okay, but we have some other students, they are at 70, 80% scheduling rate. Tomorrow we're going to have actually a group coaching call specifically on how to optimize the scheduling rate. Could you please share your experience about the group coaching calls? We keep training you on all the strategies. Could you please share your experience, please?
Well, and the group coaching calls are like pretty sweet. Unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to attend like all of them, but whenever I do, it's really helpful. It's just good to see other gym owners like who they'll deal with the same thing than you do, like sharing the experience and see what they do, what they're trying and whatnot, and then you can learn from them, learn from the experience. They might have learned like a different tip in the past weeks, try something that worked better than something else, and then tell you, and then you can apply. So it's really cool. It's to see, also it's motivating to see, like, because you have like bad week, you have like great week where boom, you sell all the time. You have other weeks it's not that great, but like you get that call and it just pump you up. It just shows you, all right, like this is it's working.
Yeah. Do you know the story about the 4-minute mile?
Yes.
That guy that broke, the new record, and then everybody after that, because they have a new belief system, they did it as well, right? So that's what we also want to generate with our group coaching calls. Oh, this gym owner has a 75% scheduling rate, 80% even. Okay, I'm at 50. Okay, that's possible. I can get to 75%. Okay, I want to try to do it as well, right?
Yep. Yeah, but what we love too is that this is your first month of the program, and that's already where you're at, right?
Yeah.
So that means that you still have the ability to increase that monthly revenue from 10 to, let's say, 15K just by increasing scheduling, which you're already on the way to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh yeah, the goal is to, like, I'm about to have like 70% of my goal, ultimate goal. So we have a long way to go. So there's no time to rest. And it's not because you have like a good week, like a good day or a good month that you have to slow down, because in business, if you're not growing, you're dying. So, and then you cannot sit on your success because it's only temporary. Whatever you succeed to today, tomorrow doesn't mean anything if nothing else happens. So
what do you think have been like the 2 or 3 biggest things you've learned as takeaways from being involved with the Max Out program?
The three biggest thing I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely like get outside of your comfort zone. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to not be perfect. Like anything that I think Remy said it best, like whatever you're scared of doing, that's probably like things you should be doing like the most. So now that's all I focus on. And just like I've learned, like my basically I've learned my limits. I've learned there's no limits. I've learned like, all right, now like I have a system that can basically bring me to my goals, my ultimate goals. So yeah.
Awesome. We love that.
Yeah, no, it's great.
There's sometimes people ask us, do we guarantee results? And making that leap of faith to invest into the program and to invest in yourself, really, because this program also is a huge self-development program, right? So analyzing who you are as a business owner, as a coach, as a person, and then taking that leap can be really challenging.
Yeah, and we definitely do not have a magic pill, right? It's more of a personal growth program.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing that I saw with others, that they, like with you guys, you learn how to create everything. So you're autonomous. It's the same approach that I take with our clients. Like, we want to teach them how to move, how to live. So they don't need us forever. But that's such a great job that they stick forever. But no, like, you need to apply. You need to do things your own. Like, you guys are just giving the tools. You're not gonna build a house for us. But you've provided everything, the blueprints and the tools. So it's up to them. It's up to us to apply and use those tools for success.
Yeah. There are some other programs out there, where they would be like, hey, here's the landing page. Hey, here are the videos. Just upload it and then use that.
Yeah.
Well, we don't do that. We want to teach you how to build your own marketing material. And so you become independent, right? And then you go move.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And also, we want to highlight what you're doing in your community, right, Michael? I think, like, when we launched together, there were all of those wildfires in California. And then we put together a program that helped proceeds go towards supporting all the families who had lost their homes and were affected by that. And we just thought that was such a beautiful testimony of your heart for your community and the impact that you want to have, not only on lives, body transformations, but really the people who live in your community, the ones you see at Starbucks and, running down the beach.
Yeah, they're our friends, they're our clients, they're like our clients' friends, family friends who've been like victim. It was very close by that where we were, and it was just, like, anything we can do to help is just the least. And that's a goal of mine in the next few years. We would like to give back. I feel like I receive a lot from people, and like, it's time for us to give back, and if we can do it that way, it's just great.
Yeah, we really love that.
Yeah, we love that heart.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Yes, thank you for your time today. Is there anything that you would maybe say as closing comments to encourage someone if they've been sitting on the fence?
Yeah.
If they're having, second thoughts, or they maybe just haven't jumped in yet, what might you offer them as encouragement as we close?
Well, I would, like I said, like, stop waiting. Like, I totally understand, like, the concern, or like the question you might have, but take the phone, call one of us, send me a private message. But, like, if you do what I've done, you're going to succeed, you're going to make money. And then there's no other way to say it. It's just a matter of, like, taking the jump. And if you need to talk to, like, a few gym owner who's done it, feel free to take the time to do it. And then you're just going to probably hear, like, the same speech.
We're so proud of your success and your continued success, and we just want to thank you for your time today and sharing that with everyone. It's a very encouraging story, and we can't wait to see you continue crushing it.
Yeah, keep crushing it.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Michael, so much. Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.